The KBS TV series Descendants of the Sun is a sensation in China. It could prove to be a model for the successful spread of Korean pop culture abroad. Exports of Korean cosmetics to the U.S. recorded an impressive growth rate of 72% last year as K-beauty trends are growing more influential. And the South Korean Marine Corps has established a regiment of rapid mobility forces that showed off its skills at the recent ROK U.S. joint training drills. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Monday, March 21st. I'm Luke Clary. The KBS TV series Descendants of the Sun is a sensation in China, where it is being broadcast simultaneously with South Korea. To critics, the show's success represents more than a single hit program, but a model for the successful spread of Korean pop culture.
The number of online views for Descendants of the Sun has neared 1 billion in China. Chinese online video platform iQIYI, which has the exclusive broadcasting rights to the show, has seen its paid membership grow exponentially. The site's advertising revenue has also soared, giving iQIYI a huge windfall. Such success of a Korean drama is a meaningful achievement for Korea as well. Just 3 or 4 years ago, Korean dramas were sold to China at about $2,000 or $3,000 per episode. But the price of a single episode of Descendants of the Sun increased by 100-fold, fetching a record $230,000 per episode. The show was able to recover 40% of the production cost, with only the copyright sales to China. It is likely that extensive ripple effects will be felt in other related industries such as tourism in Korea or sales of Korean goods overseas. The biggest key to the show's success lies in simultaneous airing in Korea and China through advanced production. It's been a general practice for Korean dramas to go on air while still being filmed. Since the show had to be completed before airing, all processes have been prepared thoroughly, from script writing and filming to advertisements and program promotion. Descendants of the Sun is no longer just a hot TV show, but considered as a new business model for the successful commercialization of Korean cultural content.
Last year, exports of Korean cosmetics to the U.S. recorded impressive growth of 72%. Korean cosmetics have set a new trend in the U.S. market by emphasizing the importance of skin care over more extravagant makeup.
Customers at this store in New York selling Korean cosmetic products are fascinated by the wide variety of basic skincare products. From 3-step cleansing products and basic skincare lotions applied in stages to low-cost brands. This store offers diverse product lines catering to all kinds of skin types.
Like at specific times that focus on specific needs that you have, and that's like an additional serum.
The largest cosmetic product chain in the U.S. has recently opened a new section exclusively for Korean products. Facial masks containing diverse natural ingredients are especially popular among American consumers.
Probably one of our hottest categories in store. I think a lot of it has to do with it's innovative. First of all, it's a new trend. People haven't seen this before in masks.
The emphasis on skincare has revolutionized decorative makeup as well. Following the global popularity of BB creams with moisturizing, whitening, and firming functions, Korean cushion foundations that keep the skin moist have prompted other globally renowned cosmetic brands to develop similar products of their own. The relentless research and investment of Korean cosmetic companies into the development of products that can satisfy discerning Korean consumers have earned them recognition not only in Asia, but in the Western market as well.
The South Korean Marine Corps has established its first regiment of rapid mobility forces. The main mission of the newly founded unit would be to infiltrate the rear lines in North Korea and destroy key infrastructure in the case of war. The unit has already proven some of its wartime capabilities at the ROK U.S. Marine Corps training exercise that ended last week.
The Double Dragon military exercise was carried out between March 7th through 18th with 17,000 South Korean and American Marines taking part. Landing vehicles charged out of the sea to make landfall and successfully carried out the decisive action operation to capture the enemy's key area in the shortest time possible. It's been reported that a new regiment-level rapid mobility unit comprised of 3,000 South Korean Navy and Marine Corps troops has been deployed to participate in the operation. The main duties of the newly established rapid mobility unit is to infiltrate the rear lines of North Korea within 24 hours in case of war and attack its key infrastructure facilities. The unit will be comprised basically of Navy and Marine Corps members with transportation supports from the Army and Air Force when needed. In normal times, the troops will be deployed to large-scale accident sites or areas devastated by natural disasters to engage in rescue and restoration efforts. The new Rapid Mobility Unit has shortened the operation start time by half, from 48 to 24 hours, further strengthening the South Korean military's readiness against provocations from North Korea.
Techniques for counterfeiting banknotes are constantly evolving. In order to stay one step ahead, authorities use state-of-the-art scientific methods to stop counterfeiters.
When infrared light is projected onto a counterfeit banknote, a hidden fluorescent image appears. The image was made using special fluorescent ink that helps to identify counterfeit banknotes.
위조 방지 요소에 쓰이는 형광안료 같은 경우에는 가시광보다 에너지가 높은 자외선 광에만 반응을 하는.
When a 50,000 won banknote is moved sideways, silver patterns of the Korean national flag can be seen moving up and down. When the bill is moved up and down, the patterns move sideways. This counterfeit prevention technology employs interference phenomena of light by making two overlapped patterns appear as a completely new one. Another technique used to prevent counterfeiting is color-shifting ink that makes numbers and colors on banknotes look different at different angles. These light-based technologies are also used in advanced nanoscience and medical 3D microscopes for the detailed observation of red blood cells and viruses. When 20-euro banknotes, which have been recently introduced, are seen against the light, their portrait windows become transparent and an image of a mythical Greek character appears. More than 20 techniques are used to prevent counterfeit banknotes. Banknote manufacturing technologies continue to evolve with scientific advancements.
There are winds of change in the smart device market. The new modular type devices allow users to pick just the functions they need and assemble their phones with components much like toy blocks. Here's a look at the latest sensation in smart devices.
This is a modular smartphone released by a venture company in the Netherlands. A user can replace just the parts that are broken, thereby saving on repair costs and lengthening the phone's lifespan.
현재로서는 이제 맞춰 제조사들이 파는 대로만 살 수밖에 없는 상황인데 이렇게 맞춤식으로 나오면 자기가 굳이 핸드폰을 새로 사지 않더라도.
This is a new modular smartphone due to be released later this month. A camera module can be attached at the base of the phone to activate a high-resolution camera. When a hi-fi module is inserted, it turns into an audio device with exceptional sound quality. This tablet PC, just rolled out in the market, can be used as a beam projector or a 3D camera, depending on which module is attached. There is even a TV in which several displays are linked or spread out to provide different aspect ratios. As device makers become increasingly aware that they cannot survive simply by making similar products, the development of modular devices is likely to be expanded even further.
This may be good news for students who spend long hours studying and worry about gaining weight because a sedentary lifestyle is known to contribute to obesity. A new study shows that sitting for prolonged periods of time has different effects depending on what you do in your seat.
This teenage girl spends over 8 hours a day studying at the library. But despite spending long hours sitting at a desk, she is not overweight.
공부할 때는 뭘 먹는다거나 음악을 듣는다거나 이런 활동은 집중력을 흐트러지기 때문에 자제하게 되고
This boy spends all day playing games and eating snacks at an internet cafe. A study conducted by researchers from Harlem University Medical Center on some 53,000 teenagers and young people shows that those who spend over 6 hours a day sitting and watching TV or just resting were 15% more likely to become overweight and 33% more likely to become obese. By contrast, those who spent over 6 hours a day sitting and studying had zero risk of gaining weight. That's because the latter display a high degree of concentration and almost never eat snacks while studying. Experts say that those who spend long hours sitting at their desk and studying do not need to worry about gaining excessive weight, and that avoiding snacks while resting is key to preventing obesity.
The showbiz industry was hit particularly hard by the prolonged economic slump. Young artists and performers are facing fierce competition, and some even have to audition just to win a chance to perform on the street.
An unfamiliar tune resounds through Sinchon, a neighborhood known as a youth hotspot. 4 young musicians perform Irish-influenced music.
경제가 어려지다 보니까 제일 먼저 지출을 이제 딱 막는 게 예체능, 예술 이쪽에 그런데 저희가 그로 인해서 좀 나와서 이렇게 좀 만나고 저희 홍보하고 좀 그런 의도가 많습니다.
4 Korean-Japanese dancers perform a traditional Korean fan dance. The fan dance may not be as popular as K-pop, but it's far from abandoned.
교포들 많은데 그런 부분이 좀 어려운 부분이 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 저희가 처음에는 어쩔 수 없이 많이 찾아가야 되는.
These artists have gathered to audition for a chance to perform on the street. Although there was no stage appearance on the line, more than 120 teams participated. Amid a lull in the performance market, young artists are heading to the streets to overcome the lack of opportunities to express their talents.
Beginning with some beautiful tree blossoms in the nation's southern region, spring flowers have started to bloom. The Korean pop music industry is also blooming with the sentiments of spring. In today's entertainment news, we introduce spring songs to help brighten your days after a long, cold winter.
Citizens have taken off their heavy coats. Although the flowers have not yet bloomed on the streets, the arrival of spring can already be felt in the music. The lyrics are cheerful and the melodies are uplifting.
벚꽃 엔딩 들으면 아 봄이 왔구나 하고 봄이 오면 벚꽃 엔딩 듣고 싶고 그래요.
Spring songs released 2 or 3 years earlier are reappearing on music charts one after another. Seasonal songs in the past were mostly popular in the summer or winter. But with the continued popularity of the song Cherry Blossom Ending, attention is also being paid to songs about springtime.
존재감이 약했던 봄이라는 계절이 음악 가요 관계자들에게는 굉장히 매력적인 시장으로 다가오게 됐습니다.
Seasonal springtime songs have become a new trend, with a series of new songs being released to rival the success of Cherry Blossom Ending.
After you've had a long, hard day on your feet, do you have a hard time falling asleep? Today we have tips on massaging and stretching your calves, which will invite a better night's sleep. This woman says she has trouble sleeping due to leg pains at night. On some nights after she had walked a lot during the day, she experiences cramps in her calf, which wakes her up. Why does this happen?
종아리로 인해 숙면을 취하지 못하는 이유는 전해질이 불균형하거나 그리고 근육이 필요하거나 혈액순환이 부족한 경우입니다. 이런 상황에서 자기 전 스트레칭과 마사지는 근육을 풀어주고 혈액순환을 도와줘서 숙면을 취하게 만드는 좋은 방법 중 하나입니다.
Here's a method to massage the calf muscle, a beeline to a restful night's sleep. You see that when force is applied to the calf, the muscles on the back split in two parts. This muscle is called the gastrocnemius. It's used when you raise your heels.
비복근이 갈라지는 가운데 지점을 좀 어느 정도의 압력으로 압박을 해주게 되면 근육이 풀어지는 효과를 보실 수가 있습니다.
Press the area with your thumb for 10 to 15 seconds. Now that we've relaxed the back muscle, we need to do the same for the front. The frontal calf muscle gets a lot of use when hiking or walking uphill. This muscle, visible from the front and outer side of the calf, is called the anterior tibial muscle.
일단 정경골근의 경우에는 근육 전체 면적에서 가운데 중간 지점이 좀 많이 뭉치는 경향이 있는데 눌러봤을 때 통증이 증가되면 그 지점을 누르는 시간과 압박력을 조금 더 강하게 진행을 해주시면 되겠습니다.
Along with a massage, stretching also helps bring on a good night's sleep, especially a light stretch just before going to bed, which helps with the secretion of the sleep-regulating hormone melatonin. Here are some simple stretch moves you can do right on your bed. Fasten a towel under one thigh and pull your ankles toward the body. You're set to go. Now stretch your knee. If you have trouble sleeping, try the massage and stretches you've learned today. Now we'll take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.